11 years in some psycho's basement dungeon. And then she just pops out like a demented gopher. What is wrong with these people?
All right. Settle down. Welcome back to Crime Time Drive, the only show that reads the book so you don't have to get paper cuts or, apparently, PTSD. We are diving headfirst into Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, Kubica.
Kubica, Schmubica? Sounds like a cheap vacuum cleaner. And Local Woman Missing? How original. Was person disappeared somewhere? Already taken? My cousin Vinny's bowling trophy went missing last week. Maybe she should write about that. At least there'd be some real stakes.
It refers to the initial disappearance. Shelby Tebow vanishes. Then, weeks later, Meredith Dickey and her 6-year-old daughter Delilah vanish from the same neighborhood. It's a classic suburban nightmare scenario setting up a
Nightmare. It's a clown car of incompetence. First one woman disappears on a run. Newsflash, ladies. Stop jogging at night in sketchy neighborhoods. Darwin Awards. People. Then another woman and her kid get snatched. Did nobody lock their doors? Was there a sale on chloroform at the local hardware store?
The narrative explores the community's reaction, the investigation going cold.
Cold? It was cryogenically frozen 11 years, and then, bam, the kid Delilah crawls out of a basement, a teenager now, covered in filth and trauma. Okay, that part. That part got me. Kid escapes a dungeon. I'm in. But the adults? Garbage? Every single one? Just like that reviewer said. Why did every single adult suck so much? My thoughts exactly.
The multiple perspectives. Leo, the brother left behind, Kate, the neighbor from the past, Meredith in flashbacks are meant to build suspense. Piece together the puzzle.
Puzzle? It's a jigsaw made of wet cardboard. Leo's okay, I guess. Moody teenager, fine. But Kate the neighbor. Stick to watering your petunias, lady. Playing detective? More like playing annoy everyone with an earshot. And Meredith. Oh, the missing doula with secrets. Ooh, was she having an affair? Did she secretly hate Shelby? Who cares? She ended up missing too. Maybe she tripped over her own self-importance.
The book delves into the psychological toll, how trauma affects memory. Delilah's return forces everyone to confront the past. Is her story reliable? Her own brother apparently questions it.
Reliable? She spent 11 years talking to rats in a basement. I wouldn't trust her to tell me if it's raining outside. And the cops, don't get me started. Based on the reviews, they arrested someone based on, what? A suspicious-looking squirrel? And the medical stuff? The autopsy reports read like they were written by a first-year vet student who failed.
Okay, there are criticisms about plausibility, I'll grant you that. Some readers found the procedural elements questionable. But isn't that part of the genre? Heightened reality.
Heightened reality. One reviewer said they laughed out loud at a scene involving a car hitting something twice, laughing. At vehicular homicide. What kind of psycho finds that funny? Or maybe the writing was just that clumsy? Like that argument we had last week about the killer's motive in Blood Spatter Bonanza. You said it was complex. I said it was dumber than a bag of hammers. This feels like hammers.
The point is, the book generates strong reactions. Look at these quotius. Non-stop jaw-dropping, shiver-inducing, frighteningly good time. And then, I was half super nonchalant about it and half pissed. That's engagement.
That's whiplash. Another one said, I spent a fevered 4 hours reading it while simultaneously rolling my eyes over it constantly. That's not engagement. That's a cry for help. It's like my brother-in-law trying to fix his own septic tank. You know, it's going to end badly, but you can't look away from the impending disaster.
Let's talk about the ending. Without spoilers, obviously. It's divisive.
Divisive? It's the literary equivalent of pineapple on pizza. People are either screaming, masterpiece, Or get this trash out of my house. There's no middle ground. They say it comes out of nowhere. Absolutely not one single hint. One review wailed, "That's not a twist. That's pulling a rabbit out of a hat. That wasn't even on the table."
I thought it was bold, unexpected. It recontextualizes everything you thought you knew. You have to admire the audacity.
Audacity? I admire gravity for keeping me from floating away. This was just lazy, like, oh crap, deadline's tomorrow, let's just say. This happened. Boom. Don't print it. Forget building clues. Forget character consistency. Just shock 'em. We got a fake email here. Brenda from Boys' Rights. After reading about that creepy doctor, I'm switching to a midwife who lives off-grid. Thanks, Crime Time Drive. See? Real-world consequences.
Okay, the portrayal of the doctor was noted as problematic, graphic even. Content warnings abound, child captivity, abuse those medical scenes. This isn't a cozy mystery, folks.
Cozy? The only thing cozy is the spider living in Delilah's basement cell. This is bleak. And that ending doesn't make it clever, it makes it unsatisfying. Did justice get served? Or did the author just throw spaghetti at the wall and call it a plot? If this book's detective investigated my missing car keys, would they accuse the dog and then reveal the mailman did it as part of an international smuggling ring?
Okay, verdict time. Despite some narrative leaps, I found it a compulsive read. The central mystery of Delilah's return is undeniably gripping. I give it 3 out of 5 tainted teacups. Intriguing, but leaves a funny taste.
Funny taste? I need a literary palate cleanser? The premise was killer, the execution was, well, it executed my patience. The adults were infuriating, the ending felt like a cheat code. But that escape scene. Okay, that was tense. Fine. I give it 1 star for making me yell, plus another star for Delilah finally getting some sunlight. So, 2 out of 5 padlocked basement doors. And I'm being generous.
Generous? You sound like you want to sue the author for emotional distress.
Don't tempt me. I know a guy. Cousin Vinny's other cousin, the lawyer one.
Right. That's all the time we have for this descent into suburban madness. Join us next week on Crime Time Drive when we tackle the Jigsaw Man cometh. Serial killer? Arts and crafts enthusiast? Both.
Probably involves clowns. It's always clowns. Or taxidermy. Off. Keep it locked, weirdos.